Alright, I'm back with another DVD review. This time it's going to be Sting Into the Light DVD that recently came out this past Tuesday. As you see, a pretty cool cover, side view. This is the back. And when you open it up, this is a 3-disc set. You got him from at WrestleMania 31. And you open up, and there you got the 3 DVDs. The selling point for this DVD is the documentary. The documentary is about an hour and 15 minutes. Now, a lot of people complain that they don't talk a lot about WCW, his WCW career. I mean, the documentary is not going to go through each of his feuds. You know, it's not going to be like, okay, beginning of career, what he did like in the early 90s. It just touches upon some key moments of his career. The DVD opens up with him actually driving to the WWE headquarters for the first time, and then him talking about it, and then it goes to I guess he's in his home and he's in his living room and he's watching his match with Ric Flair from Clash of the Champions one on, I guess it's the WWE Network, and he's talking about it, saying, you know, it was the first time he's ever sat down and watched that match, and it was kind of like the match that put him on, you know, made him something, you know. And then there's like, you know, some footage of him going to his parents' house, and he's sitting at I guess his you know, a living room, his parents' living room. He's going through like a scrapbook, and you know, different pictures of him growing up. And he talks about, of course, he's going to talk about, you know, starting the business with the Ultimate Warrior, and we have, you know, some footage of that. Some cool moments is like they have him going into his garage, and he has where he keeps all of his, you know, his wrestling gear from the past, you know, past merchandise. It's weird because he has them all in like boxes. And I mean, I don't know, like, I guess, I mean, maybe I would have had them displayed out or something, but he has them all like in like these like storage boxes and stuff. What else? Now, what's the cool part to me was when he talks about, you know, they do the whole behind the scenes of him appearing at Survivor Series 2014, all the backstage. That was pretty cool to watch. You know, his meeting with Triple H, so they have all these scenes of him in WWE headquarters meeting with different people that work there, like the different, like, I guess, people that are in charge of like marketing. And then he finally meets Triple H, and you know, they talk. They talk about there's different matches that he talks about. Of course, you know, the Ric Flair Sting match from Clash of Champions 1. He sits down and watches that, you know, and then he discusses the match with him and Ric Flair from Great American Bash 1990 when he won the title for the first time. He talks about, I guess, the Hogan match from 97, from Starrcade 97, and they really talk about the controversy at the end of that match, and Sting doesn't go into real details about it, but he says that there was a lot of politicking going on backstage, so I think he's referring to Hulk Hogan, and Eric Bischoff actually has an interview in there too, and he says that that Hulk Hogan didn't want to put Sting over or something. Hulk Hogan's actually on the DVD too. He has some he's in it too. I'm surprised that they actually included Hogan's comments in the DVD. What else? But it's pretty cool to see Sting outside the ring. You know, there's also footage of him in the gym as he's preparing for his match. I guess as he's preparing for his appearance in WWE, he's working out. And then they talk about, you know, his, you know, life. Well, I guess he met somebody new and they're getting married. Also, I mean, the big question, did they mention TNA? And I was surprised that they do mention TNA. Sting talks about how at the end of WCW, when WCW was bought, he thought his wrestling career was over. And he just simply said, you know, like, my wrestling career could have ended just there. But you know what? I received a call, and I guess he was referring to Jeff Jarrett or asking him to come to TNA. And he said, and it turned out to be in like an 8-year commitment with TNA. And he actually mentions TNA, which is, I was surprised WWE even allowed that. And it's a pretty good DVD. The selling point again will be the documentary. I mean, I don't think there's any matches on here that stands out. You got some early Sting, Freedom Fighters versus David Johnson and the Invader. I guess that's with him and the Ultimate Warrior. The Blade Runners versus Tracy Smothers and Ricky Gibson. We got Sting and Rick Steiner versus Brad Armstrong and Tim Horner. Now we have the Clash of the Championship match. Clash of the Champions 1, Sting versus Ric Flair. That went to the 45-minute draw. I guess that you would say that was Sting's big match at the time. We have Sting versus the Great Muta from WCW Japan Super Show. From Super Brawl 1, we have Sting and Lex Luger versus the Steiner Brothers. Now, I believe that match was voted like the best tag team match back in 1991. It was really the first time that you had two face teams, two good guys, two teams that were good guys, wrestling. And I heard some really good stuff about this match. They also said they mentioned that match during the documentary. I think Lex Luger said something that the style that they had was kind of like a Japanese style in the match. So I guess it's cool to check out. We have Sting versus Cactus Jack. Now this is not from Bash at the Beach or Beach Blast from '92. This is actually from November of 1991, and it was from WCW Worldwide. So it's kind of cool. We have Sting versus Ravishing Rick Rude, and this is from Clash of the Champions, I believe 21, November 18th, 1992. It was part of the King of Cable tournament that they used to do back in the early 90s of WCW. Kind of like a King of the Ring kind of thing. We have Sting versus Vader. Of all the Sting versus Vader matches, I don't know why I guess they decided to put this one on. It's from Slamboree 94. I think they should have put the Sting versus Vader from Super Brawl 3. It was the strap match. You could check that out on the WWE Network. I was actually watching it the other day. It's pretty cool. Sting vs. Stunning Steve Austin, WCW Saturday Night, April 8th, 1995. WCW Nitro, November 20th, 1995, Sting vs. Hulk Hogan. Sting vs. the Giant from Great American Bash in '98 when they were tag team champions, and the winner of that match was gonna we're gonna able to keep the titles because remember it was like Sting was part of the Wolfpack and the Giant was part of NWO White. We got Sting vs. Goldberg from September 14th, 98. Sting vs. Diamond Dallas Page from WCW Nitro, April 26, 1999. This was when Sting won the title. I think it's like during the first hour of Nitro, and then they had a 4-way at the end of Nitro, and Diamond Dallas Page won the title back. That was such a stupid booking. That's why WCW had the worst creative staff, because I don't know, why waste these title changes? Why waste a title change? And Sting loses the title within 2 hours. We have Sting vs. Bret Hart from October of 1999. And then we have Survivor Series debut, Sting in WWE. And then the last match will be Sting vs. Triple H from WrestleMania 31. So definitely, again, if you have this DVD, this DVD is more of the matches, of his career. And again, these go together, just like the Ultimate Warrior DVD that came out about a year ago or 2 years ago. They came out with the best of matches, and then a year later they came out with the documentary. So definitely, these DVDs pretty much go together. Definitely worth checking out especially if you're a Sting fan, like me. All right.